Everyone is asking what's going to happen with the market in 2024. The market as in the housing market. Is it going to go down? Is it going to go up? Is it going to stay flat? I'm going to walk you through a couple scenarios that I believe that can happen. And at the end, I'm going to let you know what I believe is going to happen. So scenario one is interest rates come down because of the presidential election. And we know that they like to sway votes by giving you everything under the sun. Here's free money. Here's this and here's that. So interest rates come down. And then once they come down, every percentage unlocks new sellers and every percentage unlocks new buyers. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have more supply than demand, because in this case we are still short a lot of supply, and each level is going to open up more demand. And in this scenario, that means home prices are going to continue to rise. And I know it's crazy to think about, but Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Realtor, all of the big fish predict that next year home prices are going to rise 4 to 5 to 6%. Now here's option two. Interest rates will stay high because inflation is out of control, and presidential elections will bring uncertainty, and housing prices will come down because of the uncertainty. Now this is definitely possible, but please think about this. Why would the president of the United States that's in office right now allow something to collapse as he's running for re-election, knowing that he's coming off shaky years? Regardless if you're Democrat or Republican, these last 4 years have been shaky. Runaway inflation. I don't even know if I can say these words on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. I think logically thinking about it, option one is way more reasonable, even if that means it's going to be a crash in 2026 or 2027. I've noticed people think in 6-month terms. So next year, people are going to start ramping up to start thinking about who am I voting for. You're not even thinking about that right now because it's not close enough to be in your thought process. And that's totally understandable. Within the middle of the next year, you're going to be like, who am I voting for? And that's when they're going to start cutting rates. They're going to buy your vote. They always do. Left and right. They both buy your vote because they are controlled by the same party. And these parties are the globalists that lobby both parties. So whoever wins, they have to listen to them because they gave them the money to get in that position. I think 2025 is going to be an interesting year for commercial because their leases are up. And commercial space is just not getting used. There's a bunch of dead buildings. They could convert them to like condos and things of that nature, and maybe they will, maybe they won't. America's really slow with this. But if commercial gets hit, I think residential could get hit. And people do say real estate is a 20-year cycle. So if you look back at the last crash, that was 06 and 07 and beginning of 05, and it recovered at 08 and started trending back up. So in 20 years, that would be 2025, 2026, 2027. And politics is like this big old game. It's so ironic. It's so crazy how this works. I'm for neither. I'm for the people. I want what's best for the people. I want to upgrade this planet. I want to learn from this planet. I want to take care of this planet. I want to move forward. I want to be innovative. I want to educate the youth. I want a better future for tomorrow. That's it. That's all I want. I'm not left, I'm not right. Absolutely nobody knows what's going to happen. All you could do is prepare yourself for the worst, and when the best happens, you're like, oh great, awesome. I would love to see a crash because I'm trying to buy a house, but I also deep down inside think it's not going to crash. Yet, anything that goes up comes down. It's just a matter of when. And every situation is different. Where you live is different to where I live. Real estate is such an individualized market. My best advice is put yourself in the best position possible, and you should buy when you're in a position that you're comfortable with.